Greetings, YouTube. The Doctor is in. Dr. Urios Papers here, coming at you with another commentary on Dungeons & Dragons. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you like this video. Hit the like button, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave a question or comment. All right, it's time for an installment of the Dr. Spell Prognosis, and today we are talking about the spell Rope Trick. I am giving this spell a B+. It is not necessarily, it can be used in combat, but it is not necessarily used in combat a lot. So it is a second level spell that is only usable by wizards and artificers. So not a lot of choices. No sorcerers, no bards. I don't know why bards don't use this, but no sorcerers, no bards, no clerics, no warlocks, no druids, nothing. Now this is a second level spell, takes one action, range of touch. You're touching a length of rope. It lasts for an hour. Which isn't great. So, it's, you know, previous versions of the spell lasted for a lot longer than an hour. But when you need it, you need it. So, it is a school of transmutation. I don't understand that one either. It's an extra dimensional space, so it should be conjuration. I'm not sure why that is, that it's transmutation, but it is. Okay, so you touch rope that's 60 feet, up to 60 feet long. When it rises into the air, it goes into a invisible entrance and forms an extra dimensional space. It can hold up to 8 medium or smaller creatures, and the rope can be pulled into the space, making it disappear. So the entrance is completely invisible at that point. And you can't attack and you can't cast spells across the extra dimensional barrier, but you can see out of it. There's a 3 foot by 5 foot window that allows you to see down. That doesn't allow you to see all around, but it allows you to see down. And then if you're inside of it, when the spell ends, everything drops out. Now, I don't think, and I would not allow someone to cast this spell while inside this spell. So, and that gets a little weird, because you could you could take the rope in with you or have a second rope in with you. You would cast it on the rope, and the rope would rise to another extra dimensional space within the extra dimensional space that you're in. Yeah, I guess that would be okay. Not really. I'm trying to kind of wrap my brain around that. Doesn't say things are going to explode or anything, like if you put a bag of holding into another bag of holding. Now, would you be able to put a bag of holding in here? Well, let's look at bag of holding, because that's really important. Bag of holding, because there's rules for this. Placing a bag of holding inside an extra-dimensional space created by a handy haversack, portable hole, or similar item. So you could bring a bag of holding into a rope trick, because a bag of holding is not, the rope trick is not an item. And I'm guessing if you cast rope trick while inside of a rope trick, it's going to create another extra-dimensional space that you could go into. Now, if you wanted to get, these are for rests, let's just put it that way, and you could do a short rest with a rope trick. That's one use of this. If you needed a safe place to short rest, then you could cast the rope trick. If you needed a long rest, you would need 8 of these, essentially, if you were going to allow the extra dimensional space inside of an extra dimensional space. That gets kind of wonky. I'm not sure I would actually let that happen. So you would go hour 1 in rope trick 1, hour 2 in rope trick 2. Rope trick 1 would then disappear, but you're still in an extra dimensional space that was created within an extra dimensional space. And then at hour 8, everybody comes out of the 8th extra dimensional rope trick space. The other use of this spell is if you're trying to get away from something. And if you're being chased by something or you're in an encounter that really needs to end, because your group is just getting hammered, you could create this. Everybody could climb up it. You could pull the rope up, and then nothing can get in, essentially. So that it's kind of a getaway. The other use of this is for ambushes. So it doesn't say it has to be inside or outside. It could be either one. So if you wanted to ambush somebody, and it doesn't really say how high up. It says one end of the rope then rises into the air until the rope hangs perpendicular to ground. So I would say if you got a 60-foot rope, it's going to create a hole 60 foot up. If you've got a 20-foot rope, it's going to create a hole 20 foot up. I mean, that would be my interpretation of that particular sentence. So you could create a kind of a hidey hole for ambushes if you wanted. All right, so that's what I got for everybody today. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I will catch everybody later.